That is attending this class for the first time. Attending this class for the first time. Do we have anybody like that? Okay, you're attending the class for the first time. Okay, so let's welcome her now. Those of you who are sitting close to her, tell her you are welcome. So what is the topic of discussion again? How do you term this class? What have we been discussing? Like, if you are asked to give a topic to the discussion, how do you call it? Okay, okay, it's all right. So that's what we are doing here. Hmm? Though the text itself is called marriage and the home, but it's actually a preparation for marriage. So every one of you who are here, by virtue of probably age or maturity, you are due. Bro John, Gbọ́lọ́jọ́, you see transformation. So for every one of us here, for every one of you here, you are due for marriage in terms of maturity. But the question is, we have categories or classes of maturity, right? So in a way, you are matured for marriage. Then in another way, you are not yet matured for marriage. That's why some of you are not married yet. And then to others, God has not approved it. You might have attained all the maturities. You might have gotten all the requirements for marriage, but God has not what approved it. And there are some that okay, I'm scared to say this, but let me say it. You have attained all the requirement and everything, and it's even possible that God has approved it, but you have not approved it. I think it's possible like that in the case of marriage. If it is a requirement, then it is possible. Which one do you think is not possible for one to attain? Is it mental maturity? Is it financial maturity? Is it psychological maturity? Is it spiritual maturity? Which one do you, or is it physical age maturity? Like for instance, there are questions that are there in that booklet that one ought to answer genuinely, and the answer is supposed to be yes before venturing into marriage. Do you remember anyone? For instance, that one now that they said that do I want to be forgiven? Will I forgive my spouse? The same way I want to be forgiven if I offend her. So and then this brother has attained everything, all this have attained everything for that side of forgiveness. He doesn't forgive always. Yes. And now that he wants to settle down, he said yes. If the woman I'll be getting married to offends me, I will be willing to forgive her. To another person, forgiveness is not easy. But for him, there are people that they don't even take things to heart. Sometimes the things you think with this in heaven will fall. They'll just look at it and smile. It's nothing for them. It's nothing. There is a sister that said, in fact, if her husband cheat on her, that will be the end of that marriage. She's a communicant. She's one of the women, should I say elders or so to say. But these are things that other people have done over time. I don't know if you're getting it. There are people that the food they've prepared to eat, they can even give it to you and say, take, I'll look for another thing to eat. But I know other people will never. food that I've prepared to eat to give you. For what? So what is not possible for you is not just possible with another person, but the person is already doing it. Do you understand? So that is how it is. In fact, that thing you mentioned self to other people is very easy self. That forgiveness to some people is very, very easy. Once you offend them and you say, I'm sorry. But the problem is sometimes is the presentation. You have wronged somebody and your mouth is running like they say there is as sharp as a razor blade. Is that metaphor or syphilis? You have wronged somebody, but you're still running your mouth. Okay. How do you think the person will find a place in his or her heart to say, okay, I have forgiven you? So we should have that mind of knowing how to present issues when you have wronged somebody. Genuinely. Is that okay? So if we don't have a further question, let's actually start from where we stop, which is some other questions under number 16, which is talking about if God blesses us and we have children. So the first question they ask us there, which I think we have treated, is are we going to be happy if the children God has given to us, eh, they begin to imitate us? Are we going to be happy if our children begin to imitate us? This, see, as I was sitting down inside, I was picturing this generation, and this question came to my thought genuinely. The question sounds simple. Will I be happy if my children, me and my husband, me and my wife, if our children begin to imitate us, my lifestyle? Will I be happy? A question sounds simple, right? But let us look at it this way. I've gone into Yahoo, right? And I have grown in it. I've made money from it. And I am even still into it. And I have gotten married. Maybe I have lured my wife into it. There's this style of Yahoo that there will be a lady sitting by you, and the guy will be using the lady to chat with another guy, maybe abroad, pretending to be a woman. And then when the man abroad or in the wherever that he's chatting with, claiming to be a lady, wants to see his face, say, can we have a video call? I don't want to see you, I want to see how you look. Then he will now switch, bring the lady up to stand and have conversation with the man. So the man will assume all the conversations and their interactions have been coming from this lady. So if he want to see the lady maybe unclad, you know what is unclad? Unclad, that is to take your clothes. That lady will actually do it. It is all for the dollar. It is all for the money, right? Now you have continued to do this with promises of maybe marriage and everything, and she has continued to, the young man there has continued to send in dollars, and you are cruising with the money to the extent some the lady will even come here. They will even go and fake court wedding. To some, the lady will sponsor visa and all of that. And to those ones that has to end with visa, the guy will actually show his face. That means the person he's chatting with there is a lady, not a man. Now, let me not go deeply into that. If you have continued with all of that and you are now married and you have children, wait, what will you teach your children? The same thing, right? Have you not seen people who ask their children to, if you're a medical doctor, for instance, you tell your children to study medicine so they can also be medical doctors because you want them to take over maybe your hospital when you are gone. And maybe you're a lawyer, you have a chamber, what do they call it? Chamber, right? And as you're growing older, you want your children, your son or your daughter, to later become a lawyer, to take over the chamber, because it's a family heritage, it's a family business. So if you are so good in this Yahoo and you have gotten married and you have children, are you not going to be happy that your children takes after your business? Are you? Eh? Ideally, right? Now, can you now envisage the kind of generation we are going to be having in the next how many years to come? Do you see the problem now? And these things we are saying, it sounds and looks as if they are far away from this church, right? But I can tell you they are not far away from this church, because we are already beginning to have elders' children who are actually into this Yahooism. And by the time they continue to be rooted and well established in this act of Yahooism, they are going to also pass it to the next generation. So if God does not help us, we are in future going to have a crop or crops of elders who are actually into Yahooism. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. I don't know if you're envisaging what I'm envisaging. Because if a group of young men now who are elders' children are into Yahoo, and this generation will pass, who will go? And then they are going to take our seat. And today they have refused to change. That means you are going to have group of elders in the next future who are all into what? Yahoo. And see nothing wrong with it. Would the church be healthy at that point? How will you or how would they then be canceling or cancel their own children that will be coming to them say, sir, see. So the simple question they are asking us to answer before we get into marriage at that point is, will I be happy if my children or my child wakes up to live after my lifestyle, to copy me? Will I be happy? That is the question. So now it calls for self-examination before marriage. And if it were the other class, I would have also told them that, look, now that you're already into marriage, it also calls for self-examination to see what you can delete from what? From your life. To see what you can delete from your life. This is what made me to mention the other day that people who are married are actually seen as responsible people, because there are things you wouldn't want to do, not because of God, but because of your family. I don't know if you're getting it. You may not even know God. You may not even be a believer. But once you already have a family, there are things ordinarily you wouldn't want. In fact, even as you are driving, there's a way you make mistake or you do something. Some people will talk to you and say, see, old man like you cannot respect your age. I don't know if you're getting it. They have not really insulted you, but it will pain you. Oga, you go drive like this now, old man, you no go respect your age. Some people will say, what will you tell your children if they drive like this? So there are things you wouldn't want to do because you already have children, because you already have family. How will I feel if my children lives after me, if they copy my lifestyle? Then it will shape or shaping your what? Your lifestyle to live responsibly. So as you prepare for marriage, answer that question so you can live responsibly. Then the number 2 question there is, will I agree to keep, that there should be time every day that I pray together with my family, my wife and my children? There are people that doesn't have that time. And it's actually affecting. You see Promise preaching the other day, right? That thing you saw is not a result of one day effort. I don't know if you're getting it. It is what he has been hearing and hearing and hearing and hearing. And one day he wakes up to say, look, or one day he woke up and said, I have made up my mind. This thing my father has been telling me, and I have also been hearing in the church. In fact, I have to now do it. So, if as a Christian young man or young lady, you are getting married and you don't have the time, especially as a young man, you are not going to have that time to pray together with your wife and your children, then you are not ready to have that ideal Christian home. Because before they go for bread and tea and that egg, which is physical meal, the first meal they are supposed to take in the morning is what? Is a spiritual meal. Your time, it could be evening, it could be afternoon, it could be morning, whatever time you have with them. But regularly, consistently, you're supposed to bring your family together, read a Bible with them, and pray with them. And when you're reading and praying, will it now stop you from talking to them? No. You will talk to them, you will advise them. Now, see the disadvantage of that. So, was it last week? I was in Lugbe, and there was this small girl. I don't think she's up to 15, she's not. Because she's just, her breast is just coming up. Small, click, 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 click. But this type of brazier that will, it's not just brazier, it comes up to somewhere here. Comes up to somewhere here. That is what she was wearing. It stopped here. Not even close to her stomach. It stopped somewhere here. And then it was tight, or what kind of this thing that she was wearing. And she was carrying two of her younger siblings, all these 5 years, 4 years children. She was carrying them. It's like the auntie, that is the senior sister, maybe the mother or the person she was staying with, sent her. I know, like children will say, auntie, I will go, auntie, I will go. She now carried the two of them. So the person I was with, I looked at her, she too looked at her, because the person I was with was a lady. And then I smiled, and she too smiled. You know, when two people, when you are two, and as you're seeing something, the other person too is seeing it. And I say, wait, is it not house that this girl is coming from? Because I can't even call her lady. And she said, it's possible they are seeing it as a fashion. I don't know if you're getting it. Now, when did your raw skin, when did raw skin, when did raw skin become fashion? I think fashion has to do with clothing, the style you sew to wear. So when did raw skin becomes what? Fashion. That you will go and open your navel, no be udro, no be navel that they call am. You go and pierce it and put earring, is it earring, in your navel. And as you put it, you didn't put it for yourself. That means you want people to what? To see it. That means permanently in your life, your belly, your stomach will be open. Because you want people to see it. It's fashion now. You want people to see it. And then you go and put, is it tattoo they call it? You tattoo here. When you tattoo here, did you tattoo it for yourself? Or here? It's not for people to see. See the kind of. So if you want an ideal home, you must have time to talk to your children. Ideal Christian home. If you don't have the time as they are growing up, you see, while I gave this example is they didn't tell her that it is wrong. Let me tell you something. Do you know that we could have all been naked, even coming to this church, no pant, no shirt, no brazier, nothing. And we will come here and worship, go to market, do our daily transactions without knowing it's wrong. Do you know it's possible? What I mean is, if we were not told, do you know why children, after maybe 3 or 4 years upward, do you know why they run inside to wear pants? Because the mother, the father, they've started telling them, go and wear your pants. I don't know if you're getting it. Go and wear your pants. Sit well, cover yourself. Now, you are instilling sensitivity and knowledge into that child that a human being is not supposed to be unclad. He's not supposed to be naked. That you are sleeping, ba? Okay, now. That a human being is supposed to be what? To be properly clothed or covered. If you didn't tell children, all of us grew up as children. If we were not told that we were supposed to wear clothes, nobody here wear clothes. I'm telling you, nobody here will wear clothes. But God, who created us, He said it is not good for man to be naked. And so the moment they knew they were naked, He killed what? And then He used a skin to cover them. And that was the beginning of cloth wearing. The knowledge He gave to man began to develop gradually from that point into fabrics, into making clothing. That is how God designed it. And because He made us according to His image, we are not animals. He has made us to have honor, to have glory, to have dignity, to have pride, to think like Him. We are far different from animals. So you must be willing to talk to your children, to pray with them and preach to them. Any father that don't know how to preach from the Bible as a Christian, I don't know what to call you. Will you every morning now go and hire somebody to come and, okay, I think it is possible. You hire somebody to come and be doing morning devotion with your children and your wife. The person, early morning, he will come. Bang, 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 madam. The person will pray with them, read the Bible with them, and go. And maybe you place him on salary. Maybe a time will come when that thing will start happening. You hire somebody, every morning he will come and pray with your children. You tell me, if DNA will not tell you another thing later. So, you must know the Bible for yourself. Because if you don't know it, very soon, you will marry. You will have children. Who will preach to them? Who will tell them what is wrong and what is right? And that is why we have wrong children today. Children who are not God-fearing, because their fathers and mothers too, they don't know anything. You see, the book of James, when he said teachers should not be what? Plenty. For their judgment to be more. Everywhere is church, 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 everywhere. Pastor, 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 pastor. From the 80s, from the 90s upward, you see, in fact, in some plazas, you see more than 4 churches. One plaza. Kitikpom from here, kitikpom from here. In fact, the plaza will just be like a market, budu, 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 everywhere. Pastors, churches everywhere. It's not bad, but what are you teaching? We are in an era where people no longer buy Bible. You just go to church empty-handed, no Bible. Thank God there's Bible now in the inside the handset. And then you don't even know. If you open the Bible, you wouldn't know what to say. And now you have children. What will you give to them? That's another question to answer. Please know the Bible for yourself, because you are going to pass it to your children. May God help us. Amen. Then the third one there is, will I want to go to church with my wife and children if God blesses us with children? Will I want to encourage our children to go to where? Sunday school. Will I encourage? Do you know there are people that on Sunday like this, they will just say, it be like say headache won't worry me. Did you hear that English? It be like, oh, they say, would you agree to encourage your children and your wife to go to church, to go with them, and also encourage them towards Sunday school? It's not just to go and lie down and say, me, it be like say headache won't worry me. Mona they go, a junior, Mona bath, Mona go, and then they are going and you are lying down at home. Some fathers does it. Some mothers too. Mona they go, he will go and lie down and start sleeping. Jonah, was it not Jonah? Somebody sleep inside the boat while others were sinking. He was sleeping, well relaxed. So they should go. You are sleeping. Whatever happens there is none of your business. If you don't go to church with your children, what will you ask them when they come back home? What did you hear in church today? Explain to me. What did they teach you in your Sunday school today? Explain to me. If you were not there, how can you know if what they are saying is true? So we are in a generation when people have started condemning even church. You don't know, some people no longer go to church. Many people no longer go to church. Some people call church scam. And that is because of the kind of church they meet. And that is somehow my problem with some of you. When the May priests meet, I'm going to tell them that one. Edoka, I want to ask this question, please. Church now, this is our church. Is it Idoma Church Forum? This is our church now. Is it Idoma Church Forum? I pity us in a way. More than about 5 of you or about 4 of you prayed today during communion. All of you use Idoma. Samuel, that prayer of Edoka, that prayer of Echo, that prayer of who again? Did you hear everything they said? Did you see what you did to him? That thing, it is speaking in tongues. Ubalojo, we say we don't speak in tongues. And you are in a church where you have Yoruba, you have Igbo, you have other tribes, and you are praying in Igala and Idoma. That is speaking in tongues. It is as same as is the same. Because if a thief man is speaking thief now and he's saying the way it is sounding in your ears, the way it sounds in your ear, that is how Idoma sound in the ears of a Yoruba person. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. So for it's not for everybody, but for those of you that have been privileged to have gone to school, that you can speak English language effectively, when you come for worship like this, don't go and speak in tongues. Switching to Idoma to start doing things in Idoma is subjecting the others who are in the church who are not Idoma into hearing you wah. This is not Adoka. This is not Edumoga. This is not Boko. This is Abuja FCT. And you have your days you go out for evangelism. Wait, if one day, like the people of Nineveh did, the moment Jonah opened his mouth, they all repented. They tore their clothes. From the Bible says, from the king to the least person in Nineveh, isn't it? Now, if as you open your mouth in Kagini, in Arab Road here, in Saburi, there was a day during the time of the apostles. How many people, 1,000 or in their hundreds, 3,000 were added to the body of Christ. If God decide to one day as you go out to preach in Saburi, maybe just 1,000, let me say just 100 are added, and they come here, Gwario, Igbagio, Igbo, Yoruba, All of them, and they fool this church. Is that how we are going to treat them? Okay, is God an author of confusion that will be worshiping the Igbo man will pray in Igbo, the thief man will pray in thief, the Calabar man will pray in Calabar, and then the Idoma man will pray in Idoma, and it is a church that is in FCT? Would that not be tantamount to confusion? When somebody is praying, it's expected that everybody hears what he's saying. Then we cannot say, Amen. Think about it. Me, it's not that I even went to school. Like, if you're talking about people who are educated, I am not even among them. But I force myself. I compare myself. I do all I can because I know if the Lord has asked me to stand up and say, bless, whatever it is, everybody sitting around should what? Should hear me. It's not the grammar. There was a time I was using pidgin to pray here. Pidgin, not true. Just because let everybody hear. They say encourage your children to go to church. You go with them and then encourage them to go to what? To Sunday school. Will you do it if God gives you children? So I only brought this because they talked about going to church. So if I had married a thief woman, if I had married a Yoruba woman and my children are in this church, is this how the church would have been treating my children and my wife? A brother from Lagos told me a story of when he was in Kaduna. He married, I think, a Kaduna woman, not Jos. And then they went to church and the elder said the woman should be kept behind with an interpreter. Then as I am preaching, somebody will be whispering to her ears. Thus says the Lord. Then when Moses came and then Aaron was there, then the interpreter is telling her like that. And then the preacher is running back. When nobody's interpreting for you as you're talking, you flow normal. Do you think the interpreter would have gotten everything accurately to her ears? So one day she told the husband, I still love you. Your husband and wife. I'm not going to that church again, but I am not going to another church for you not to feel bad. When you come back from church, come and tell me what you heard. Because it's the same thing. I'll be sitting behind and somebody will be whispering to my ear. So it's the same thing. Come and tell me when you after church, come home and tell me. I am saying this here, though I shouldn't be saying it, but because some of you young men, young priests, you are here, you can hear me. See, encourage your children to go to church, and they go. Like my daughter, most of your prayers, she cannot really hear all of them. My last daughter, but we are working hard. I know they will hear, but for now, we are working hard. Prince will hear you well, and then will hear you 50%. The last one, but we are making effort. But when it comes to worship, are we supposed to try and error? Should we introduce Idoma study, single honor, here for somebody to enroll and learn before you now start preaching to that person in Idoma? For church of how many hours? So people will encourage their children to come to Sunday school. They will encourage their children to come to church. Let us speak the language they will understand. And if no go, this talk is not for you. It's for the I'll tell the elders. We can have English session and Idoma session. Simple. When it's Idoma session, all of you speak all the adage in Idoma. It's all of you. When it's English session, you give it to those that will hear. I take that one back because it's not meant for you. I know the people I should have told that. But please, that is what they said here. You are a potential, Eagle has say potential. You are a potential future elder. You. Am I lying? So when it's your turn, you're supposed to know this, to tell the children that will be in front of you. So I just chip it in for you to understand it. Number 4. Will I agree to teach them to respect the elders of the church? This matter here, Ilongo. Will I agree to teach my children to respect the elders of the church? Edoka interpret this one. Umunege. Unja koma kowo maki defu kolo ujeju abudo undu.
Will I teach them so that they will be part of the work in the church?
Abeke teko aboku madufu. Akolojo.
Or to help those that have gone out to preach the word of God.
Egbakama onugo mudabu Christ.
When they are also believers.
Abeke teko aboku madufu akolojo.
Or to help those that have gone out to preach.
Let me take the first one. Will I agree to teach my children to respect elders? Do you know why our elders, we don't respect them? Do you know why? It's because they decided to humble themselves. They decided to take the path of humility. You know, our supposed Geo himself, that day Doidu, me they call on that one. Not for now, but for me, he's my Geo, supposed Geo. But we don't have that rank. I'm not giving that to you. Now me, it's only me that have that right to myself. And it's my right to myself, Abi. After conference, you see him, he's sitting down. You see him carrying it. He will carry it. And if you dare to collect it, it's fine too. Daddy will not give it to you. If a man in that status carrying his own chair, then what do you expect others to do? So our people decided to take the path of humility. But does that mean we should not respect them? Eh? Even here, but the truth is, if you don't talk, somebody will not learn now, isn't it? Do you know there are weddings we have gone from here? We accompanied. Eh? Say you are wedding, no, we accompany you. Wait, oh, who knows another name for elder? Like people who are taking care of church. Apart from elder, which other name is their name? Shepherd, pastor, deacon, overseer, bishops. So they are actually bishops, they are deacons, they are overseers, they are ministers, right? But our people decided not to use, let's say, the bishop aspect of that name. Like that is the name bishop. We decided not to use it. It's for humility's sake, oh. It's not that they are not, oh. We decided not to use the word pastor. For humility's sake, oh, it's not like they are not, oh. I don't know if you're getting it. So the elders decided to stick to only elder. Or which one? I think only elder. And the elder, if you call some of them elder, they will still tell you, no, 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 no. Just call me my name, isn't it? If they have decided to be so humble, are we not supposed to understand the context they are coming from and respect them even the more? Now, a group of bishops or pastors or ministers, as you have used your mouth to say, you understand, accompanied you, drove their own car, not be your own, no, bought fuel inside. Other churches, before a pastor will come to your wedding, you will give an envelope. Oh. Yes. I have been to a wedding of my cousin when, before the Reverend Father came in, he called my uncle's wife out. Say, make they give her, you know. He collected his envelope before he came inside to say, me, Adam Loy. Here, do you pay us to conduct your wedding? Do you pay New Bolojo pastor to conduct your wedding? We will fuel our car, carry ourselves, risk our lives to follow you to maybe Kogi or to Benue or to wherever you are getting married. And some of you even food to serve them properly and say, as they are landing, they are my ministers, so this will be their food. And during the occasion, as my minister, so I will distinguish. You know when they say distinguish their meal. Mbanu. And after everything, they won't go that night again. That night or the following morning, this is what they will eat. Some of you will not think about it. But we are not holding you for it. Because when you are not taught, you will not what? You will not learn. You will not know. Maybe those before were not properly taught. It's not all of them that were guilty of this. So, in case after this class, now you go and start telling them, say, Auntie, the time we marry, the other way come. Now, not give them food. If you go there, I'll defend it. Don't be me, they do MC. I don't do MC for wedding. Na me. They carry mic, they beg them. That drink when they share. Now know they hear me, they shout for some time. Remember MC, my throat is getting dried. Now know they hear me, they talk. Sometimes you go shout and tire, they will still share, they will not remember you. Somebody will join you, preach for you, do MC for you. You will not come on Fanta to say, see your own. Some people will still forget that person. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. They say, when you marry, will you want to teach your children to know how to respect the elders of the church? In other words, to respect the pastors of the church, to respect the bishops of the church, to respect the ministers of the church. Will you teach them? But how can you give what you don't have? No man that quote non habet. You cannot give what you don't have. So you yourselves, you are supposed to have it. Respecting these elders, respecting the bishops, then you cannot translate it to who? To your children. So because they say now elder, or maybe because of the kind of cars we are driving. So when the day God will bless us to change to Jeep, boom, pium, 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 pium. That is when that means it's money you are respecting, not them. The early missionaries, some used bicycle, and people respected them. Or is it the saying of a prophet is not honored in his own hometown? Maybe that is it. Because there's something I see. If we invite somebody from, let me say, Makodi to come and teach here, all of you will respect him more. True or false? The day we call somebody from even Massacre here to come and teach here, all of you respect the person more. And when we too, we are called to go out, as they see us there, you see the respect more. It's what I have seen practically. But here, no be Baba Prince, I don't know be Baba Nuche.
Even the Bible says now that the gospel from a far place is a beautiful to hear.
Than the one within the house. Uchenyo Kikwana Gigi. Did you hear Igala? I'm speaking in tongues. It's what he said he interpreted. When the gospel is coming from far away, the people listening, they appreciate it more. You understand? May God help us. Then the second one after that respect is to support. Hey! Support. This our generation, by God's grace, may we be different.
Amen.
How do you feel when you see your minister trekking, how do you feel when you see your minister after the program? Like we had a program the other day, there's no transport for him to go back. How do you feel when your minister will be coming to minister? You say, when we got to Lokoja, after Lokoja our vehicle spoiled and we were there on the road and there was no any vehicle, so we slept in the bush. How do you feel? But isn't that what our ministers are passing through in Ugbolojo? How many of us, the youth, take this to heart to say enough? I don't know. See, the thing, the way they do me, if I really want to talk am, because I will have so many enemies, or should I say critics? I don't know how to put it. Everybody in a ship cannot be captain. That ship will not survive. They say we are all priests. Yes, we are all priests. We are royal priesthood, isn't it? All the children of Aaron, that is that their generation, the Levites. Now all of them, they inside, they offer sacrifice. Okay? Now all of them, let's tell ourselves the truth now. We are royal priesthood. All of us are pastors. Now every pastor be active pastor. The people God is using, we are supposed to set them aside and place them where they should be placed. Oh, no vessel. No matter how I kneel down, beg you now, and after all this suffer, where your people, family, yourself, now suffer, should be you don't graduate. If I beg you now, we beg you, say, go to Ika and then go and start serving them. No, serving them, no. To go and start serving God there. You are a medical person now, go to Ika and go and start na battery. Come out like this, continue anywhere, you stop. Go to Ika and go and start saving there. Your salary per month maybe 100,000 or 50,000. But it's to the Lord, oh, don't mind the money. Oh. Your reward is in heaven. Oh. Will your faith carry it? Man not give you temptation. Your faith, this mind has answered it. You two are a head person now. All the years your people spent money training you. If they say go and start serving God now in Ika, 20,000 or 50,000, will your faith carry it? Your spirit will be willing. Yes, because everybody want to serve God. But in the course of serving God, you know, as una wear cloth dey shine, will 50,000 naira salary make you shine like this? Then it will become a big temptation. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. So if nothing is done to support our ministers, a generation is coming to see people that will agree to go and teach in any of our Bible school. Edoka, you have just graduated from Bible school now. From what you saw there, if they say go back and become a teacher there, will your faith carry it? Did you hear what he said? So we must stand up, rise, and begin to do what we've not been doing. Anybody that say, I want to serve, like you have career day. A child can decide to say, I want to be a pastor. Like I want to serve God. That child should still be able to serve God and feed well. It's not a sin. So they are telling us, will you want to... No, see, this will never reach children. They say, will you want to encourage your children, respect the elders, and then support those who are in mission in the field working for God? Let us not go there yet. You yourself, we ourselves, not our children yet. Will we agree, we ourselves, to respect the elders and support those who are in the field working. Can we do it? You know one thing with us, I love this church. Everybody know the Bible. And you know where knowledge plenty? The next thing, argument. Have you seen lawyers, up to 10, 20 of them before? All of them lawyers. You think I don't think lawyers, when they are plenty, they don't used to have normal conversation. No. Now argument. Oh, I put it to you, I put it to you. I put it to you, I put it to you. That is Subolojo. You put it to me, I put it to you. We all know from childhood now, you know now, from Sunday school. In fact, from book 1 to 8, all you have covered all the Bible already. Our Sunday school graduates are more than some pastors out there in terms of the knowledge of the Bible. All the history of Israel, everything is there. Wetin person won't tell you where you never know. Waiting. Abba. Okpani, Melamatafa, leave that in na respect to. If not, this Bible we know am. That is our style. So it makes others to progress more than us. Look at the society now. Who do you think God want to use to effect the transformation that is needed in the society now? Who? If not people like us. But we, our own ministers, see how they are suffering. That the Sule Dakpo, if that man was flown abroad, maybe he would have survived. There's one man in Tungamaje now. What is that his name? We used to call him Bomboy. That's his nickname. He has ear problem now. And FMC, they say there's a machine. Now go know am. They put him inside that machine, put something in his ear, and they say if you can hear anything at all, press so thing. So and there's a way they did that thing. It's like that was supposed to sound in his ears. He said he didn't hear anything. They now told the Tungamaje brethren that the only option is to fly him abroad. That is 50-50. He can hear from that operation, and it's possible he can't hear. But abroad is the next option. See him in Tungamaje. Who will fly him abroad? Now we where they chop Aku I never even see chop. And the moment you say 50, 100 million, who will raise it? But if we truly want to, we can. Because if you ask 100 people among us to raise that 50 million, 100 people, and inside the 100, each person is bringing 500, you will get 50 million now. It's not just a story I'm telling you. The question they ask us is, will you want to respect the elders and those who are in mission, those who are in the field working, to also do what? Support them. To support them. God will help our understanding. Somebody will say, is this the topic of marriage that is bringing all this? Yes. Everything to achieve in this society comes from the family level. Abinobi so, it comes from there. It comes from there. If our pastors are feeding well, for some children to say, I want to go into Yahoo, would they not say, I would rather go and serve? I would rather serve. Instead of going to Yahoo, let me serve. At least if I start serving God, I can feed. But when you that is serving, they are looking at your life, the house you're staying. I beg. Bolojo gay pastor. But truly, Bolojo no gay pastor. We no gate. But can you identify Bolojo pastor? You can. But when you identify him, when the re-identification, any question?
Let me ask one question.
regarding all these things they say you will do for your children, there is one proverb, let me see it in Hausa. They say, "Ka haifa yaro ba ka haifa halin shi ba," meaning you give birth to a child, but you don't give birth to character. There are some children you do all your best, but still yet. So whose fault will be now?
There's what they call structure. A structure is an existing system. If you are employed now, and as you're giving your employment letter, it's written there that every month 5%, 10%, 1%, 20%, depending on how they put it, of your salary will go to the cooperative of that organization. From the day you pick your appointment letter, you already know that so amount is going to so place, isn't it? As you grow into the church, do you not know that as you're coming first in Sunday school, the way we do our own here, because in the villages some their Sunday school is in the evening. But you know that the structure here is 8:30 Sunday school, from there to communion, from communion to sermon or story like that, then church dismiss. But there are churches that as you are going, it's only 1 hour. From 8 to 9, church don't close. And you are prepared to dance and to listen to the word, and then you go home. Just 1 hour. System, existing structure. Do you understand? So you can give birth to a child. You cannot give birth to that child's character. But there's a system that can affect the character of a child. Do you understand? There's a system that can affect the character of a child. So let us have that system first before you talk. Okay, now look at, take for instance, we have a boarding house, secondary school. The gate, from the gate, the securities, na elders. They are paying them their salary, their church elders, but na them the security. The cleaners, all the nanny, the cleaners, they are the mummies. That means they are all born again, isn't it? And then the teachers in the class are also people like you, young pastors. Are you hearing me? And then to the kitchen, all the cook, they are also what? Born again. That kind of a school, from your JS1 to SS3, even among the 12, I know somebody will go there. Judas was there. But among the 12, no be Judah be one. So there will still, children will still spoil there, but will it be, the excesses will be curtailed or not? It will be curtailed. And then from there, the university is also ACO University, where people like you will be lecturing, people like you will be in the medical department, people like, yes, people will still spoil, but will it be reduced or not? It will be reduced. That's why I say system, an existing system can affect positively or negatively. Are you okay with that? Uh-huh.
Talking about how see, like they said, the best form of defense is deterrence. Show the person that you actually have that particular thing. Like my question is that this level of humility being taken up by our elders, when truly we know that they are pastors, they are ministers, is it affecting us negatively or is it affecting us positively? Because some people, because they are not taught, they don't know.
Yes, it is a yes and a no. It's supposed to affect us positively, because they assume, if not that Judas said, the one I will kiss. You see where we took that thing from? That if not that Judas said, the one I will what? Kiss. The people wouldn't have been able to identify Jesus because of the way he made himself equal with the disciples. He didn't take himself, no. That is where we took it from. And ideally, that is how it should be. That we are not supposed to have maybe brought one kind chair here. Then, executive chair, put them for front there. These are the pastors. Our own fan, maybe that our side there will be AC. On our own side, maybe fan. put catapult for you to sit. In front here, we put a rug, maybe red carpet. When we sit, we cross our leg. Bishop Michael, yeah, hallelujah, hallelujah. We don't want to take that part because Jesus did not teach us that part. Neither the apostles, the early church, also taught us that part. Do you understand? So that remains. But where it might or affecting us negatively is that the same person that has taken this humble part is supposed to also teach us why teaching. We are like this because of so reason, no. But in turn, this is how it should be. So that we will know what we are supposed to do. Do you understand? That's why I say it's a yes and it's a no. And that is why some of us, we have started telling ourselves that this is what we are supposed to what? Do. Is that okay? It's like they have prayed though. Any other question?